I'm Megan.
And I'm Kira, and we're the voices behind Two People, One Question.
Today we're doing our third episode of Did You Know?
And our category today is language.
Quite a bit to go through.
Yeah, we've got some facts for you about language that's probably really useless, but they're fun.
Yeah, they're fun.
Fun facts, guys.
That's what this series is all about.
Yay!
So our first one is a tongue twister, which I am going to butcher. It's the sixth sheep's sick is said to be one of the toughest tongue twisters in the English language. If I remember, I will pull up what it says in the video so you can try it for yourself, but I might not remember.
Yeah, and if she forgets, yell at her in the comments. So, the Bible was written by over 40 authors over a period of 1,500 years and has been translated
into Klingon.
What's Klingon?
It's a made-up language for a movie. I remember that because me and a friend chose to learn it, but I never learned it.
Nice. I've heard of books taking a long time to write, but imagine taking 1,500 years. That's a long time.
That's a long time. Well, there are more than 40,000 characters in the Chinese script.
I bet it was really difficult.
That is difficult. You have to learn 40,000 characters over your whole lifetime.
Oh my god. The abbreviation Xmas for the word Christmas is of Greek origin. This is because the word for Christ in the Greek language begins with the letter chi or chi, don't know how to pronounce that, which is written as X. There you go. Isn't that fun?
That is fun. Well, go is the shortest complete sentence in the English language.
Oh my god, what is this word? I've just read it. What the hell is that?
Have fun with that. Have fun with that.
Okay, I don't even know where to start. Pilification is the declaration of an item being worthless. It is the longest non-scientific word in the English language.
So it means for something to be worthless, much like that word is.
Yeah.
Because no one ever uses it.
Who's going to use that? Oh my goodness.
There was no punctuation until the 15th century.
Ooh, that's fun.
So there was no colons. That's the first one that came to mind.
Why is it the first one? Just
no full stops, no exclamation marks, no question marks.
This might be a fact that comes later on. I don't know, but there was no spelling until I don't know when. But Shakespeare, you know of Shakespeare, very famous person. If you guys don't know Shakespeare, then that's a bad. Oh my god! But yeah, he had 15 different ways of spelling his own name because spelling just didn't exist.
Huh.
So yeah. Anyways, Dr. Seuss coined the word nerd, basically meaning he made it up, he created it. Yeah, which is weird because I feel like Dr. Seuss is quite a recent person.
He is?
I don't know.
Who knows?
But I feel like nerd has been used for a while. I don't know.
Well, the next one is kind of obvious, but it's fun to think about. The word verb is actually a noun.
That's like shower thoughts.
Yeah.
Dysania, whatever it is the term for finding it hard to get up in the morning. So relatable. That is such a mood.
So very relatable. I'm just gonna say it to confuse everyone now. I'm gonna say this morning I had dysania. And they're gonna be like, what is that? And I'll be like,
god, yes.
I know what it is, but
I'm
you
just
don't.
gonna be walking around school being like, I had dysania this morning, it was so awful.
And it sounds like this really bad illness, but it's not.
Yeah. It sounds like oh god, yeah, alright.
It's a good way of getting people to leave you alone.
It's a good way of making people think you're smarter than you really are. Just watch our videos and you'll get all these fun words that you can use.
The sentence, the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog, uses every letter in the English language.
We used to do that with for handwriting in year 3 where you had to practice every single letter. We'd write it in all caps and all lowercase.
I never did that. I only wrote the word box.
What?
Over and over again.
That's so funny. Did you get told to do it or did you just pick it?
We got told to do it, and then we picked these 3-letter words every single time.
Fun. But yeah, so we did that. So when we were first learning handwriting and stuff. And anyways, so in 1631, 2 London Bible printers accidentally left out the word not in the 7th commandment so that it actually reads, "Thou shalt commit adultery." That's amazing. The mistake cost the printers their business. This legendary book is known as the Wicked Bible.
Ooh.
Wow.
The Wicked Bible.
Oh my god, I want to see that. That's so funny.
I mean, it's pretty much just that there. So which would it be, thou shalt not commit adultery?
Thou shalt not commit adultery.
I'm going to guess it's that. The words abstemious and facius both contain all 5 vowels, once only, and in alphabetical order.
Nice. The dot that appears over the letter I is called a tittle.
Tittle.
Like title, but with 2 T's.
Tittle.
Tittle.
So now you know that.
Oh, and it has a letter I in it. Isn't that funny?
So then it's continuous tittles forever and ever.
Yeah. You know what? One thing that really I find quite funny is that the word lisp has an S in it. So people with a lisp can't say lisp.
The longest one-syllable words in the English language are 9 letters long. Examples are stretched and screeched.
Very nice. Bookkeeper is the only word in the English language with 3 consecutive double letters. So it's a double O, a double K, and a double E. You know when you write something down, it like looks wrong, and you're trying to figure out how to spell it just by what it looks like. That looks wrong.
That's what
correct spelling.
bookkeeper is.
Bookkeeper.
The most overdue library book in the world was borrowed from Sydney Sussex College in Cambridge and was returned 288 years late.
I would have just given up at that point.
I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do for a good book.
Alright then. That's a very slow reader.
Mm.
Okay, here we're going back to our old friend William Shakespeare.
Shakespeare.
Okay, so many words in the English were coined. It keeps using the word coined. It means made up, like it means created by William Shakespeare. Here are just some of them: addiction, advertising, amazement, arouse, assassination, bandit, bedroom, blanket, bump, champion, generous, hint, lonely, mimic, obscene.
Did you say mimic? It's mimic.
Mimic. Oh, I got distracted. Megan started bopping her head along to the way that I was talking. Obscene, punk, rant,
Puke.
I can't read, guys. Oh my god, worthless and zany.
Zany, yes.
Zany.
You got that one right.
Yay! God, that was stressful.
It was, most probably because you couldn't actually read.
Yeah, I can't read.
There are many theories as to why the line...
Who can't read now, Megan?
I can read, I just said it wrong. There are many theories as to why the line that dart players stand behind is called the oche. It is used to spell hockey. Some say the word is related to hock, meaning to split, and originally related to spitting contests.
Welsh is quite widely spoken in the Patagonia region of Argentina. The language was taken there by immigrants from Wales in the 19th century. Isn't that interesting?
That is very interesting.
I've always said that if you can speak English and French, then you're pretty good for travelling. Like, most countries will have English or French speaking.
Yeah.
Especially English. But, like, so many countries speak English or French.
The longest word in the English language is 1,909 letters long. It refers to a distinct part of the DNA.
Wow.
1,909. I'm really curious about what that word is. I'm going to look it up.
We were learning about DNA in science the other day.
And I'm going to look up...
Of course you
that.
will. Shall I look it up right now?
You can look it up right now. While Kira's doing that, I might as well move on to the next one. I'll give her a break from that. Don't worry if you hear keys in the background.
Yeah, it's just me tippity typing.
Oh, here we go. Here's a fun word.
Oh, William Shakespeare again.
Oh, look. Honorificability dunitabius.
Nice.
That wasn't too bad. Is the longest word used by Shakespeare in any of its plays. It is a Latin word meaning honourableness, uttered by Costa the Clown in Love's Labour's Lost.
I love Love's Labour's Lost. It's a good play.
It was also later used by James Joyce in ULY. I don't know why I started spelling it out.
Why?
I don't... Ulysses. The word lithologica describes not being able to remember the word you want.
Wow, that's another word for you guys to use. Oh my gosh, I can't remember what... Oh, I'm having lithologica right now.
Lithologica. So going back to the longest word in the English language, we actually found one that's even longer with 189,819.
Wow, I'm so surprised you didn't butcher that. So, yeah, basically, we looked up... This is from Wikipedia, though, so don't take it as fact. Take it with a grain of salt, you know. Oh, look, there's the longest word in Shakespeare's works. There you go. Very nice.
And the chemical name of titin, the largest known protein. So
there's no L in that. Where'd you get an L from?
Titin is what I meant to say.
which is the largest known protein. And I'm not going to try and, like, pronounce this because it will literally take days.
It will. But the one that the book
Yeah.
says, or the thing that we're getting our facts from,
Yeah.
is the chemical name of E. coli,
E. coli.
E. coli, TRPA, longest published word.
Yeah. So that's the one that we were talking about. And also, looking at the words here, it looks like a shortened version of the ridiculously long one with like 200,000 letters in it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there you go.
So because we've seen that we haven't got enough facts for our language section, we're going to actually add in the food section.
Yeah. So the food one we were going to do as a full podcast.
But it's very short.
Yeah, it's only 4 pages? So
3 pages.
however many it is. But so we're just gonna do that.
You can take the next one, seeing I did a load.
Yeah, you did do loads. I was trying to figure stuff out. Okay. The largest food item on a menu is roast camel. The camel is stuffed with sheep's carcass, which is stuffed with chickens, which are stuffed with fish, which are stuffed with eggs. This formidable feast is served up at Bedouin weddings. How do you feel about that, vegans? Shameless plug, go watch our video on vegans and vegetarians. I don't even know what it's called. Why are people vegetarian and vegan?
I think that's it.
Yeah.
But watch that.
Go watch that, please, after you finish this one.
The earliest archaeological evidence of the consumption of soup dates back to 6,000 BC, and it was hippopotamus soup.
What? How did they figure this out?
Hippopotamus soup.
Doesn't food decompose?
Hippopotami live in water.
What are you talking about, Megan?
I thought you were I thought you were meaning how did they find out how to make soup?
No.
Oh, you're meaning how did they find out that soup dated back to that time?
Yeah.
Huh. Anyway.
Very confusing. Well, anyways, Worcester sauce is made from dissolved anchovies. Ew. The anchovies are soaked in vinegar until they've completely melted, so the sauce contains all of the fish, including the bones.
Oh.
The bones, the brain, the heart, all the organs. That's disgusting.
That is disgusting. I've never
Don't eat Worcester sauce.
I've never tried that sauce, but maybe it's naturally
I
nice.
think I tried it at some point.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
but how do you feel that you're eating fish brains?
Not too great. If you put a raisin in a fresh glass of champagne, it will rise and fall continuously.
Oh, I want to do that now.
That sounds cool.
That sounds fun. Next time any of you are around a glass of champagne and raisins, for some reason you're around the two at the same time, just pop a raisin into the glass of champagne.
And watch that
That's
raisins.
the kind of viewers we have. That's the kind of views that we would get, is that people would actually do that.
Just watch that raisin swim through the champagne.
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 Nice.
Anyway.
Eating a packet of crisps a day is equivalent to drinking 5 litres of cooking oil a year.
That's not good.
That
That is not
That's
good.
bad, because considering I probably eat about a packet of crisps a day. Because I
Kira.
probably have one in my lunch at school for most days.
Kira, that's so bad.
Uh-oh. That's so gross. Ugh.
Honey is the only food that does not spoil. Honey found in the tombs of Egyptian pharaohs has been tasted by archaeologists and found to be edible.
Imagine just being like, oh look, we found some million-year-old honey. Do you want to have a slice of toast?
Yeah.
This is just stupid. Why would you eat that? It's so stupid. Imagine if it wasn't edible and people just died.
Huh. But, you know, I think I've seen one time a date expiration on honey. But maybe there's a date where it starts tasting bad, but it never becomes dangerous to the body.
I kind of want to go downstairs and find honey and see if there's an expiration date on it.
We can do that later.
Okay. I just ran downstairs and grabbed my jar of honey from the cupboard and
it does have a best before date on it, but it's apparently
rubbed off.
This is old honey, so it's been rubbed off. So it's possible that it doesn't taste as good as it would
Looks
before.
like 2020 something.
Or 2012. In that case, it's been expired for a while.
Thing is, best before doesn't mean that it's expired. Best before means it won't taste as good.
Yeah. So
I think I have a scientific theory behind this, because honey has such a high quantity of sugar, and sugar doesn't go off.
yeah. So
Well, there you go. Now I just have a jar of honey in my bedroom. All alcoholic drinks are made by fermentation, a process in which bacteria feeds on yeast cells, then excrete.
If you don't know what that means poop.
This bacterial excrement is alcohol. Well,
So any alcohol that you drink has bacteria poop in it.
why did that make me laugh so much?
You're so immature, that's
I
why.
am so mature, can't you tell?
Chop suey, as we know, it was invented in America, not China. But it may have its origins in the Guangdong province of China, where sap suey was a popular dish made with leftover vegetables.
I apologise to any Chinese people watching.
I'm
listening,
I'm
I'm
pretty sure
sorry.
I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. I've heard it before.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. All right. The vintage date on a bottle of wine indicates the year the grapes were picked, not the year of bottling.
Oh, so that goes ancient. It goes right back to the origins.
That's interesting because I correct me if I'm wrong, but it takes a while to make wine, right? Comments, please.
I don't believe so.
But I don't know.
Coca-Cola was the first soft drink to be consumed in outer space.
I believe that.
I believe that.
Coca-Cola probably paid astronauts to be like, look, use this as promotion. Guys.
Yeah,
Why do you think they have the Christmas Coca-Cola van?
for advertisement.
Exactly.
So I think
It's all to get your money. Everything's a scam.
it's all for the money.
All for the monies. A toaster uses almost half as much energy as a full-size oven.
So just cook everything in your toaster.
Cook everything in your toaster and you'll get less energy bills.
Don't actually do that.
Don't do that, that's stupid.
Your house will set on fire.
Literally. But that's interesting.
Apple seeds are poisonous if ingested in large quantities. I knew that. That apple seeds are poisonous.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be a fun way to, like, have a book based on that. Like, have, like, a murder mystery based on that. Like, how was, the victim killed?
And it's
Apple
like-
seeds?
And it's like this long story of like trying to find the murderer because they thought it was a murder, and then they just picked up this apple beside them, saw the apple seeds were gone, just like, oh no. Oh no, it was apple seeds all along.
And then they figured it out because, oh my god, we are so writing a book on that.
We are
Right,
not
guys?
writing a book on that.
No, we're not. Okay, and this is our last fact for the video. Frozen lobsters can come back to life when thawed.
Huh.
I understand that because basically, like, if you freeze things, they just kind of get preserved and then they stay like that.
I guess
And then they can come back to life. Sometimes people freeze themselves, like, if they're alive and then they can come back to life.
That's story, Kira. I don't think that's actually true because you will die from how cold it was.
No, dead bodies.
Dead bodies.
People freeze dead bodies and then sometimes they come back. I don't know.
No, they can't come back to life.
I don't know.
Being in an icy vat won't bring you back to life.
Okay. Well, it's a thing I heard. There was something... Anyways.
I don't think that's true. But anyway,
Alright.
that concludes our podcast for today.
Tell us your opinions on the subject we've discussed today, and if you have any ideas for future Did You Know categories, tell us in the comments. Also, if you haven't seen our other types of podcasts, if you're new to our channel, we do like videos, podcasts on psychological questions.
Not always psychological. We do bigger questions.
Deep questions that people don't normally ask.
Yeah.
And if you have ideas for those, also tell us in the comments.
Well, also check out our social media, our Instagram and Twitter not in the comments.
The links to those will be in the description box below.
We hope you enjoyed and we'll see you next time.
Bye!